The purple ocean at Las Vegas's Allegiant Stadium suddenly fell into a dead silence as Jungkook unexpectedly dropped to his knees on stage. His tears completely broke down on this final night of an incredibly grueling concert series. But the entire situation shifted in a split second when a shadowy figure began walking rapidly from the backstage area. Many in the crowd initially assumed it was just a stage crew member, until the entire stadium erupted into absolute hysteria upon realizing who it was. And believe it or not, what happened immediately after became the most emotional moments that ARMY will never ever forget. Hello K-pop lovers! Welcome back to the Taekook Diary channel, the cozy place where we share warm moments and exciting stories about Taehyung and Jungkook that always make ARMY lose their focus. The third night of the concert series in Las Vegas felt completely different from the very first minute it began. After 2 consecutive nights of delivering highly exhausting performances, Jungkook stood under the spotlights with whatever energy he had left. More than 60,000 fans filled up the entire stadium, creating an incredibly massive and breathtakingly beautiful sea of purple lights. The atmosphere inside the venue felt exceptionally dense, packed with love but also a touch of deep sadness because this was the final closing night. From the opening song, Jungkook poured every single ounce of his soul into each vocal note and sharp dance movement. The audience was mesmerized by his live vocals, which remained remarkably stable and crystal clear, cutting through every corner of the stadium. Not a single step was out of place, proving his boundless dedication as a true global star. Yet, nobody anticipated that behind this explosive show, a huge emotional storm was waiting. Moving into the second half of the show, the atmosphere became even more intimate right after a very touching VCR sequence finished playing. When he returned to the stage for the encore segment, Jungkook was no longer wearing his luxurious crystal-studded jackets or ornate leather outfits. He opted for absolute simplicity, wearing a loose long-sleeved jet black shirt with the number 97 broadly printed across his chest. That number was not just his birth year, but a profound symbol of a lifelong friendship that meant everything to him. In front of tens of thousands of eyes, Jungkook chose to carry his identity as an ordinary young man who was proud of his close friends in the 97-line circle. The crowd welcomed his appearance with a roaring thunder of cheers, appreciating the raw honesty he showed on stage. However, the warmth of that friendship symbol quickly transitioned into a wave of heavy emotion as a soft ballad track began to play. As the stadium lights suddenly dimmed down, leaving only the beautiful glow of cell phones and rippling ARMY bombs, a deep silence fell. The emotional ballad music began to echo, cutting through the Las Vegas night with a melody that felt incredibly heartbreaking. Jungkook walked slowly toward the very edge of the main stage, approaching the front row of fans who had waited for him since early morning. It was at this exact moment that his legendary physical strength seemed to melt away, replaced by an overwhelming sense of gratitude and sadness. Without warning, Jungkook slowly lowered his body and knelt down right in front of the tens of thousands of fans calling his name. Under the fading stage lights, tears began to flow down his cheeks, mixing with the heavy sweat dripping from his forehead. His face, looking almost like delicate porcelain, appeared so fragile, radiating the pure honesty of an idol who loved his fans. This kneeling moment made the arena so heavy. Jungkook even had to pause his singing for several seconds because his throat became completely choked up with overflowing emotions. Hearing his vocals stop, 60,000 ARMYs inside the stadium instantly synchronized to continue singing the lyrics with a booming voice. The sound of the audience singing in perfect unison with so much love caused Jungkook's emotional defense to completely collapse right there. He bowed his head incredibly deeply while pressing his hand against his chest, trying his hardest to contain the tears streaming down. His shoulders trembled quite violently in front of the sea of people who witnessed the rare fragility of BTS's golden matinee. It was highly dramatic to see how a man who was so strong a few minutes ago now looked so vulnerable and filled with thankfulness. The entire stadium drowned in sadness, and many fans in the front rows started crying hysterically. In the middle of this heartbreaking moment, a massive surprise appeared. From the dark and unlit area of the backstage, a tall man with a firm and rapid stride began walking directly toward the main stage. Many fans sitting in the upper tribunals initially mistook this person for a regular crew member delivering tissues or a water bottle. However, as the backup spotlight shifted its focus and clearly revealed his distinct facial silhouette, a massive wave of hysteria exploded. That figure was none other than Kim Taehyung, who had been watching Jungkook with deep concern from the wings since the show started. Taehyung could no longer stand still and watch his closest friend crying all alone on the edge of the stage in such exhaustion. His completely unexpected arrival instantly triggered a massive earthquake of cheers across the vast Allegiant Stadium. ARMY truly never expected to witness such an iconic moment happening right in front of their eyes. Taehyung's footsteps getting closer to Jungkook made the night feel even more tense. Without a single moment of hesitation, as soon as he reached Jungkook's side, Taehyung lowered his body to kneel on the stage floor. His hands moved incredibly quickly yet gently, immediately wrapping around Jungkook's shoulders, which were still shaking from his heavy crying. That warm embrace from Taehyung seemed to act as an instant shield for Jungkook amidst the heavy emotional pressure of the night. A startled Jungkook quickly leaned his head against him, accepting the massive moral support he desperately needed from his groupmate. This beautiful sight of both of them kneeling together at the edge of the stage was captured perfectly by the stadium big screens. The camera recorded in full detail how Taehyung's gaze looked so incredibly gentle yet filled with immense pride. The entire audience witnessing this live felt completely weak and could not hold back their tears at their sincerity. This sight truly defined the meaning of real friendship. After spending a few moments calming the intense atmosphere down, Taehyung gently helped Jungkook stand back up on his feet on stage. Jungkook's signature bunny smile finally broke through his face, wiping away the deep sadness that had enveloped the arena. At that exact moment, a colossal fireworks display launched high into the sky, exploding magnificently over Las Vegas. Thousands of purple and silver confetti pieces fell gently like summer snow, beautifully covering the bodies of the two young men. The cheers of the crowd reignited the spirit of the night, celebrating the end of a legendary three-night concert tour. The surprise brought by Taehyung successfully transformed a heartbreaking moment into an unforgettable celebration of victory. What happened that night was not just the conclusion of a music tour, but a brand new piece of history recorded forever. The memory of grateful tears and a warm hug will remain etched deeply in ARMY's hearts. Now, after seeing all those emotional moments and the amazing surprise tonight, what are your thoughts on their sweet interaction? Were you one of the many ARMYs who started crying when you watched the exact moment Taehyung knelt down just to comfort Jungkook? Go ahead and write down all of your thoughts, interesting theories, or congratulatory messages right in the comments section below this video. Don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed our content today, and share it with your fellow K-pop fans. Make sure you have clicked the subscribe button and turned on the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting stories here on Taekook Diary. Thank you so much for staying tuned and watching this video from the very beginning to the end, and I will definitely see you again in the next interesting discussion.